Welcome to Georgia, a hidden gem between Eastern Europe and Western Asia, where the majestic Caucasus Mountains blend with ancient Silk roads and the aroma of wine. Imagine yourself standing on the peak of Mount Kazbek, watching the sparkling white snow, or walking through the old town of Tbilisi, where colorful wooden houses tell thousand-year-old stories. What is Georgia to you? A glass of wine aged in a clay pot, enchanting folk dances, or ancient cathedrals nestled in the shadow of the mountains. From highland villages to Black Sea beaches, Georgia is a symphony of nature, history, and culture. With its unique hospitality and Asian-European fusion, Georgia invites you to explore a land that is both wild and charming, where every corner is steeped in a story. Let's embark on a journey to feel the heartbeat of the Caucasus. If you love exploring new lands, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment to share your feelings. Georgia, officially the Republic of Georgia, is located at the crossroads of Eastern Europe and Western Asia, bordered by Russia to the north, Turkey and Armenia to the south, Azerbaijan to the southeast, and the Black Sea to the west. With an area of 69,700 square kilometers and a population of approximately 3.9 million, Georgia has a diverse topography. The Greater Caucasus Mountains in the north, with the 5,193-meter Shkara Peak, protect the country from cold Russian air, while the Lesser Caucasus in the south blocks hot, dry air from the Middle East. The Black Sea coastal lowlands, such as Batumi, have a humid subtropical climate, with 1,000 to 4,000 millimeters of rainfall per year. National parks like Kazbegi and Borjomi-Karagali are nature lovers' paradises, with oak and pine forests and more than 1,000 endemic plant species. The Caucasus marshes in the west are home to hundreds of migratory birds. The Mkvari River, which flows through the capital Tbilisi, is Georgia's lifeblood, feeding its fertile valleys. The temperate climate, with cool summers in the mountains and snowy winters above 1,500 meters, is ideal for hiking, skiing, and exploring. Georgia's nature is a living canvas, from snowy mountains to idyllic beaches, inviting you to immerse yourself in its unspoiled beauty. Georgia's history is a story of resilience over thousands of years. It has been a cradle of civilization since prehistoric times, with traces of wine production dating back 8,000 years. In the 4th century, Georgia embraced Christianity, becoming one of the first nations to do so. The ancient kingdoms of Caucasus and Iberia laid the foundations for a unified Georgian kingdom that reached its peak in the 12th century under the Bagrationi dynasty, with a golden age of literature and architecture. However, the Mongol invasion in 1236 weakened the kingdom and it disintegrated in the 15th century. In the 19th century, Georgia was annexed by the Russian Empire and became part of the Soviet Union in 1921. After gaining independence in 1991, Georgia faced civil war and conflicts in Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Since 1995, under the leadership of Eduard Shevardnadze, the country has gradually stabilized, transitioning to a semi-presidential republic. Today, Georgia is moving towards European integration, with efforts to join the EU and NATO. Monuments such as the Narikala Fortress and the Jvari Monastery tell the journey from ancient times to modernity, demonstrating the indomitable spirit and desire for freedom of the Georgian people. Georgians, who call themselves Kartvelibi, live in the Sakartvelo region, with a population of 3.9 million, mostly concentrated in Tbilisi and Batumi. Georgian, with its unique Kartvelian alphabet, is the official language, but English is increasingly popular. The diverse society, influenced by Greek, Roman, and Byzantine empires, creates a culture that is a cross between Eurasia and Europe. Georgians are known for their hospitality, often serving wine and bread to guests at traditional super feasts, where people raise glasses to toast. Georgian art is resplendent with Gothic and eclectic architecture, such as Svetitskovely Cathedral, and folk dances recognized by UNESCO as an intangible heritage. Classical literature, such as Shota Rustaveli's epic The Leopard Knight, is a source of national pride. Music ranges from traditional choral music to modern jazz. The Georgian philosophy revolves around togetherness, reflected in Tbilisi's old quarters with their wooden balconies and grapevines. With its open-minded spirit and progressive values, such as gender equality and environmental protection, Georgia is a land of warmth and creativity. Georgia has a growing economy, with a GDP per capita of around $5,600, 2023. Tourism, agriculture, and energy are the three main pillars. Tourism contributes 7% of GDP, with 8.1 million visitors in 2019, thanks to destinations such as Tbilisi and Scenic. Agriculture, especially wine and fruits such as oranges and tea, accounts for 10% of exports. Hydropower, manganese, and copper mining are also important resources. Georgia invests in technology and startups, with Tbilisi serving as an innovation hub. The low cost of living, a traditional meal costs around $5 to $10, makes Georgia attractive to tourists and expats. Georgians work around 40 hours a week and prioritize family time, often gathering at the sulfur baths of Abano-Tubani or the cafes of Batumi. The welfare system provides basic health care and education, but is still improving. Despite challenges such as regional conflicts and dependence on Russia for energy, Georgia is making progress with economic reforms and a European orientation. The simple lifestyle, with super parties and walks through the old town, exudes warmth and optimism. Georgian cuisine is a fusion of Asian and European flavors. Khachapuri, a molten cheese bread, is the national dish, especially in the Ajara region, where it is shaped like a boat. Khinkali, meat dumplings filled with soup, require a delicate eating technique to fully enjoy. Lobio, beans stewed with herbs, and churchkila, candied walnuts covered in fruit juice, are street foods. Georgian wine, aged in Kvevri jars for 8,000 years, is a UNESCO heritage, with great varieties such as Saparavi and Rakatsitili. Festivals are the soul of Georgia. Spilasoba, October, graces the capital with concerts, food markets, and folk dances. Ritveli, the Grape Harvest Festival, turns villages into a sparkling wine party. Alilo Day, January 7th, is an Orthodox Christmas celebration with parades and carols. Musical events like the Black Sea Jazz Festival in Batumi attract international audiences. These festivals, combined with unique cuisine, create a lively and warm atmosphere that highlights the Georgian spirit of hospitality. Georgia is a land of ancient cities and legendary wines. Tbilisi, the 1,500-year-old capital, charms with its old town of wooden balconies, the Narikala Fortress, and the Abano-Tubani sulfur baths. Batumi, the pearl of the Black Sea, features a waterfront boulevard and modern architecture like the Alphabet Tower. Kutaisi, the cultural center, is home to the UNESCO-listed Galati Monastery. Mskita, the ancient capital, 20 kilometers from Tbilisi, boasts the Svetitskavali Cathedral, which houses the Cloak of Christ. Wine is the soul of Georgia, with an 8,000-year history, the oldest in the world. Aging in Kvevri jars creates a rich, distinctive flavor. The Kakheti region, the heartland of wine, produces 70% of Georgia's wine, with family-run cellars in Scenic, the city of love, attracting visitors with wine tastings and cheese sandwiches. Georgia exports 100 million bottles of wine a year, with great varieties such as Mtsvane. From the streets of Tbilisi to the cellars of Kakheti, Georgia is a symphony of urban history and wine heritage. Georgia is a tourist paradise rich in nature, history, and culture. Scenic, the highest mountain region in Europe, enchants with the village of Ushgili and the ancient Svan Towers, a UNESCO heritage site. Kazbegi, at the foot of Mount Kazbek, is home to the Jajidi Trinity Church, with breathtaking views. Borjelmi, famous for its mineral springs, is a relaxing destination with a lush national park. Scenic, the town of love, charms with its ancient city walls and Kakheti landscape. Gori, Stalin's hometown, has a unique fortress and historical museum. Visitors can hike in Svaneti, ski in Gudori, or swim in Batumi. Activities like wine tasting in Kiki, exploring the Prometheus Cave, or walking through the old town of Mskita offer a diverse experience. With admission fees ranging from $2 to $10 and meals ranging from $5 to $15, Georgia is a budget-friendly destination. From snowy mountains to ancient cathedrals, Georgia welcomes you with its legendary Caucasian beauty and hospitality. Georgia is more than just a destination, it's an emotional journey. From the Caucasus Mountains, to the old town of Tbilisi, to a glass of wine that tells an 8,000-year story, Georgia is where Eastern Europe meets Western Asia. Come and experience Sakartvelo's hospitality, unspoiled beauty, and indomitable spirit. See you on the next trip.